Today we're at the Gregory Inn in the historical district of Denver, Colorado. Basically, I am here with the caretaker, the person who built the place, renovated, and seen something here, obviously, that nobody else possibly seen before. Let me ask you, what brought you about to doing such an endeavor?
Why did I start a bed and breakfast? Because I ended up buying this property in 1970, holding on to it for about 17 years to try to figure out what to do with it. And I'm so close to downtown. They built the baseball stadium. Lodo happened, and I thought, this is a great area for a bed and breakfast.
Wonderful. We're talking about a classic Colorado setting here. I mean, you have taken the small hotel to a whole different level here. Quite honestly, as you walk in, the feeling is kind of stepping into yesteryear.
Right. As we tried to keep the whole theme of Colorado and the western feel here, not many doilies or what you find in a lot of the traditional bed and breakfast. It's a little bit more cleaner atmosphere, but very western, very Colorado.
Tell me about the eye for detail that you basically tried to do when you renovated and tried to reclaim what was here prior.
I used what was here as the starting point. So the houses that were here is what I built back, and of course I modified them to some degree. I raised the roofs a little bit to give more headroom on the second floor, added dormers to give more light and more space. But as far as the interior detail, this was all something that I had to personally do. I didn't trust it for anybody else to do because I had it in my mind's eye what I wanted to end up with.
I understand the people that actually knew of this residence before you took it, they're kind of shocked to the fact that it really resembles very closely to what they had before.
Yes, we've had some of the prior residents drive up in a car with their kids and wanting to see the house that Grandpa used to live in and give them a tour of it. And I did not tell them that I actually tore down Grandpa's house and built it back, and they had no idea.
That is wonderful. Let's start off, first of all, the journey that people take here. They walk in the front doors here. They pass a beautiful atrium outside. The garden looks beautiful. The first place is the entry parlor. Tell me what you wanted to come across there as people entered.
I like the feeling that when you enter a place, there should be something that excites all the senses. So there's a good smell, maybe the smell of fresh bread. There's sounds, so we keep, as you can hear, very soft music going. And then a feast for the eyes. So the fireplaces, the carpeting, and all this stuff is something that's going to put you at ease. I know I'm in a very nice place.
Wonderful. I notice also, I imagine people love walking into a place that basically slows them down a little bit from the hustle and bustle. I mean, we are right here in the middle of it all, but honestly, this is a great getaway for folks.
Yes, it's a bed and breakfast, so the two most important parts are a very, very comfortable bed and a really great breakfast in the morning. And that's what we strive to do.
Speaking of the breakfast in the morning, is this the particular room, the gathering room, where people actually will sit down and eat breakfast?
Right, and a little bit different from other B&Bs. Instead of having like a dining room with one big table, I like the idea of more of separate tables where you can be close enough to be gregarious with other guests or far enough away to be on your own if you're here on a romantic evening and you really don't want to talk to anybody other than your squeeze.
Wonderful. Like you said, you raised the ceilings in here. I love the light coming in here. And as far as some of the furnishings, and I notice a lot of it from that era, basically the latter part of the 1800s.
Right. Most all of it is reproduction, though. And for our first almost 5 years in business, we did sell the furniture out of here. So that was one interesting aspect, that if you liked your bed, you could take it home.
Wonderful. What amazes me about the bed and breakfast here that you've put together is it's funny that basically back in the 1950s, this was one of the last residents to switch over from electricity. Basically bring on electricity. Yet you have basically held on to what was there before, but really there's a lot of technology going on here. You guys are on the cutting edge of technology. Tell me some of the newer amenities.
We are on the cutting edge, and you've done your homework. The second wing over here was the very last house in Denver in 1954 to convert from gas to electricity and lighting. When we put the place together, of course, we tried to make it on the cutting edge to try to come up with all the things that are now and in the future. And so it's been wired for HD TV. It was wired originally, do you remember the dial-up connections? We had 3 connections for every room, so you could have your dial-up connection for your computer, you could fax in and out of your room, and use the telephone, which required a lot of phone numbers. And then as it proceeded, we got rid of more and more phone numbers. Everybody even uses their cell phone for a phone call now.
Absolutely.
And we have wireless, of course, really great Wi-Fi to take care of the
So we're talking about a high-speed internet that people can tap into, HD, a theater, home theater experience, basically. As we move into that, let's talk about the guest rooms. How many rooms does the facility accommodate?
We have 8 rooms in the main building, plus the carriage house. And the carriage house is a complete little house that has a full kitchen, bedroom, bath, living room.
Wonderful. Some of the rooms here, I mean, basically the folks come in, you're going to experience a little something different depending on the room that you're in.
Yes, each room has its own personality, and people are always wondering why they have certain names like Garth's room, Jones' room, Owen's room. Those are all friends and family, and whenever it came time to either choose flowers or dead presidents to name a room after, I decided to name it after friends and family and invite them to come paint their own room.
Wonderful. Some of the rooms here that we're talking about, queen size, king size beds, marble baths, jacuzzis, everything.
Yes, then and you have graduated prices. So as the price goes up, you get a larger size room, a larger size bed, a larger size jacuzzi, fireplace, or whatever as the prices go up.
Yeah, it's amazing. Each one of the rooms here has got a refrigerator in it. It's got a champagne setting for people and a couple robes as well.
Right.
Wonderful, excellent. Now, when we're talking about we're in a very interesting part of Denver here. We're at the end of a historical district here, but we are just a stone's throw away from some of the most exciting things you can come to Denver with. Share with the people, the viewers out there, some of the places they can go for entertainment.
Oh gosh, we're right on the edge of Lodo, so you have an enormous number of really, really fine restaurants to choose from. 16th Street Mall is 9 blocks. I'm on 25th Street. Then behind me we have the Curtis Park Historic District, which is just a wonderful display of old homes that have been brought back to life, spit and polished. And there's the Black History Museum on the far side, and that building used to be across the street from me, but it was transported on the other side of Curtis Park. But just an enormous thing, and the baseball stadium is only 6 blocks away. So we are kind of right in the thick of so many things for people to do.
I love it. It's wonderful. Not only that, but you're very short distance away for, let's say a business person wants to come here. We're talking about the convention center right down there. As far as a business person coming in, do you basically have all the amenities as well, I'd imagine, as far as your internet and whatnot?
Right. We have a wonderful high-speed Wi-Fi system. And it's a pull-down screen you saw with projection TV, so you can sit in your bed and either watch an HBO movie or tune in CNN to get the news. Of course, our business people want that more of that, and so and then on the weekends we have our romantic guests that are not so much into the TV aspect or the telephones or the alarm clocks. So we have both. So we can tune up one, tune down the other, and accommodate their needs.
I mean, a wonderful place to get away, very romantic. I noticed when I walked up here, we're talking about a beautiful veranda out there with the fans blowing there. Tell me about what you're hoping for.
Good that you recognize that. I am a southern boy from Kentucky that moved to Colorado back in the early 70s. And when I put this place together, it has a little bit of a southern feel to it. So a big, huge veranda with the ceiling fans was a must. And I have guests that sit out on the porch. The other interesting thing is, on my corner, it's extremely quiet. So it's almost like sitting out on the farm and looking at the big city lights and the skyline.
Wonderful. Folks, if you take a look at the bottom of the screen right there, you're going to see their website. Basically, you can go to the website there. They also have a booking site right there where you can take a look at the different rooms, and basically they got a photo tour, but hopefully we've given you a visual tour of the Gregory Inn here. Basically, it's a place to get away, a romantic place to get away, or possibly to be in the middle of Denver because we're very close to all the excitement that Denver has to offer. Also, the Litch Gardens is right down the road there, as well as, like you say, museums, 16th Street Mall, you name it. This is a great place to get away and come together. We are sitting in the gathering room with Mr. Gregory, who basically, you were the one who put this all together, and is your family on location here with you?
No, I've been here as a single person in Colorado since the 70s. And I was the architect for the building, and all the interior design, I did that myself. But that's my history. I was an architect for years, an interior designer, a product designer, so I had all the experience I needed to put a bed and breakfast together.
So we're talking about the people who walk in and out of these doors, they become your family.
Yes. Yeah, we have probably one of the highest repeats of any hotel facility in Colorado. On any given night, I would say 30 to 35% of the people are repeats.
Wonderful. I would definitely believe that, because you want to come in, you experience, you want to come back again. Some of the people out there, basically, folks, you might even recognize a couple spots here inside of the inn, because it's pretty famous. It's actually been featured on a couple movies and a couple sets before.
Yes, we were the site of the Denver survival thing, which was it lasted about 2 weeks, and we had a lot of fun with that. And several commercials have been filmed here. Billy Mays. Hi, I'm Billy Mays for Orange Glow, and what are the other commercials? OxyClean. A lot of those commercials were done here.
Wonderful. Once again, folks, if you take a look at the bottom of the screen right there, you're going to see their website there. Click around there. You're going to see a lot of testimonials right there on the website as well. People who have come from afar, basically looking for a piece of Denver. But you know what? Keep in mind, a lot of the locals here, why not just come out and get a night away? It's a romantic place to get away from. Speaking of romantic, you have some special packages for couples.
We have tons of packages that include room, restaurant, and a town car delivery to and from the restaurant, comedy clubs, nightclubs. You can order flowers in your rooms, chocolate-covered strawberries. We have several different cakes, a lot of different packages that you can put together on your own. We don't have one set thing, but you can actually pick and choose from the different packages that we have.
Wonderful. Well, we appreciate you taking the time with us, Stephen. And remember, that is the Gregory Inn, located in the historic Denver area here. And check them out on the website. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.